So the triangle. The triangle is a planar shape. It's two-dimensional. That's what a planar shape is. It's two-dimensional. It has three sides and three angles. And something special here is that the three angles will always add up to 180 degrees, no matter which triangle we look at. So if I've got these three angles, A, B, and C, when I add them together, I will definitely get 180 degrees all the time. So let's prove it. So to prove it, I take a triangle, any triangle, with three angles, A, B, C. And what I want to do is I want to draw one line that's parallel to another line from the triangle. So right now I drew a line going through point B, and this line is parallel to the base of the triangle where the two orange arrows on the lines mean that the two lines are parallel. The first thing you should notice is that this red Z that I just drew is going to help us solve the problem, because we could put A there, and we could put A there because this is an alternate interior angle. Now, of course, we could do that also on the other side with the backward Z, the letter C, because, again, alternate interior angle. So using the alternate interior angle theory twice, we saw that we can transpose the angles A and C right next to the angle B. And now if I add all three angles together, A plus B plus C, all those three together end up making a straight angle. It forms the straight line, that line that I drew at the top. And a straight line, or a straight angle, is 180 degrees. So we've just proven that if we add A, B, and C together inside a triangle, we'll always get 180 degrees. There are different types of triangles that you should be familiar with. The first one we'll talk about is the equilateral triangle. What's special about this is that all of its sides are the same, and all the angles too. So in this triangle, all the angles are the same, and you know this because I represented it with the letter A, so all three angles are A. Let's find out what that actually measures in degrees. Since I've got the three angles added together has to give me 180 degrees, that means that 3 times A is 180 degrees, and if I divide both sides by 3, then I get the angle A is 60 degrees, which means that in an equilateral triangle, all the angles measure 60 degrees. The second kind of triangle you should be familiar with is the isosceles triangle. This triangle has 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles. The scalene triangle is the third type of triangle that you should be familiar with. This has all unequal sides and all unequal angles. Now we're going to talk about the acute triangle. The acute triangle is very simple. All the angles inside the triangle have to be less than 90 degrees. The obtuse triangle, in this case, one of the angles must be bigger than 90 degrees. Basically, that angle has to be obtuse. The right triangle. This triangle has a 90 degrees in it. We can use the Pythagorean theorem in this kind of triangle. And finally, it's possible to have a mixture of two triangles. For example, it's possible to have a right isosceles triangle. Since we already know one of the angles is 90 degrees, if we add the other two angles, which are both the same, both x, then we have x plus x is 90 degrees, plus x plus 90 degrees is 180, which means that twice x plus 90 is 180, and if we subtract 90 from both sides, we get twice x is 90. Dividing both sides by 2, we get x is 45 degrees. So in this case, we've got a 90-degree triangle, and the other two angles are 45 degrees. And you'll see if you add all three up together, you'll get 180 degrees as you're supposed to.